Hey, how are you?
Good.
Sorry, got some mud going.
It smells nice.
No, it doesn't.
I like it.
I like it. It doesn't really bother me. So you're gonna have to bear with me once the mud goes live. I've got a really tight window of how long this is active.
Can you talk while you mud?
Yeah, I can do two things at once. I don't have any gum, so, you know.
So no walking and talking and chewing gum.
Well, I can do that. I just don't have any gum.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, we got a question.
I like the questions.
All right. Somebody was asking, where do I start on a restoration on my Beetle?
Parents' garage. Believe it or not, a camera and a notebook.
What?
Yep.
That is not a VW part.
It should be. So the reason for that is when you're disassembling a car for the first time, if this is the first time that you've ever done a restoration, you're going to have to document it really well. And because 6 months down the road, when you start putting it back together, how are you going to remember in what order you took stuff apart?
Where did this bolt come from?
Well, and you should have actually had Ziploc bags on that too. And a Sharpie.
So notebook, camera, Ziploc bags, Sharpie.
And a Sharpie.
There we go.
And a lot of it is, like the first stage in any restoration is going to be doing disassembly.
Yeah.
And inventory and something we call tagging and bagging. And what that is so when I disassemble a door, and I've done it so many times I can do it. I can do it in my head, and I know where all the parts go. But the next guy behind me, who somebody might be doing assembly, is not going to know which parts are what.
Right.
And then you also have to prep the parts. So are the parts broken? And that's where your notation, I need to order this, I need to order this, I need to order that. If you're doing all brand new bolts, you're going to need to know the width, the pitch, the length, and the style of head.
Okay.
And it's all going to be metric, and there's only like 5 or 6 real sizes in a VW Bug. The most common is an M10 or M8, M10 1.25, which is the taper pitch, and the other one is an M86, and then M12 1.5. So those are the 3 main ones. So there's a couple other little weird ones. Most of them are going to be 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter, or 13 millimeter.
Okay.
There's some 15s, there's some 17s in there. You know, depends on the strength of it. So, you know, the best place to start is literally writing it down as you go. I mean, you make a documentation of it. You know, if you're a video buff, then do a slow-mo, or not slow-mo, but a video file of how you took the door apart, so you can go back and look at it again. So that's the first stage in restoring your Beetle. And the reason I kind of joked about your parents' garage is because most people start their first restoration.
That's true. That's the most common location for it.
And guess what? I actually had done a couple cars in my parents' garage when I was a much younger lad with much skinnier.
Just a wee lad.
Well, I wouldn't say much skinnier, but a little less furry and a little less gray. So, you know, you got to remember I am 50 plus. So, almost the speed limit. So,
all right, cool. So what are you working on here?
This is, as Doc likes to say, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the ultimate thing for classic
Repurpose.
cars. Repurpose.
Yeah.
So this is an old, I think this was a Sunkiss box or something.
Oh.
It was a cooler. So it was rusted and pitted and just generally kind of nasty.
Did you buy it? Did we have it?
We bought it at a show years and years and years and years ago. And it's
probably a Roger find, huh?
No, I think this was Greg.
Oh, wow. All right.
I think this is G2.
Sweet.
And I think originally we were going to paint it to match the car that they're now selling.
Oh.
So we're not going to go ahead and do that because the car is going to go outside the family. And it was missing a bunch of parts, so it wouldn't even be, even if I could restore it back to a cooler thing, it was too far gone.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I had to have an idea for a speaker box for range. It's kind of retro.
Yeah.
And it's the 52 Zwitter out there. It's kind of retro. So what I've done is I've got the locations for some 6x9s on either side. So this is going to be the front. And then in the back, I've got the ports for the electricals.
Oh, cool.
So those are all cut out and ready to go. And then we'll stuff it full of foam or something. I don't know. And then this is the lid, and I've got a nice chrome handle over at Spokane.
Oh, sweet.
Over at Restoration Plating over in Spokane. I've got all the end caps over there. So that's going to go in like that with a handle, and then we're actually just going to do some zip screws in here to keep it in.
Yeah.
So.
And where will it sit in the car?
Behind the rear seat.
Okay.
So it's just a
oh, you mean in that little spot where every little kid had to
every little
ride?
kid is taking a nap and ridden in there in that rear luggage tray. But I had never seen one of these done. I've seen them done in suitcases and that kind of stuff, but I've never seen one done in a cooler.
That's kind of cool.
I've seen them in ammo boxes, and I actually thought about that.
That's true, yeah. I think he's more of a cooler guy.
I think he's more of a cooler guy. And
so you're going to paint it to match the car?
I'm going to have the same color tones. I'm going to do kind of something special on the lid for him, since that's the visible part.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be kind of a cool little thing. We did proof of concept last week and made sure everything was going to work and fit. And so I spent most of last week cutting it out and prepping it. And then yesterday I went ahead and I finished up the rough filler on it, and then did the sealer, and then high build. And now I'm going through and doing the finish filler, which is like, I haven't even started on that one. So I've got a bunch of little tiny divots that I had missed.
Yeah.
Because you can't really see it until it's a wet application and you start sanding and that kind of stuff. So I'm at 180 right now. We'll take this to 320, put it back in sealer, let it dry overnight, and then scratch it again all the way up to 400, and then I'll go through the color process.
Nice.
So that hopefully will be done next week by the time you guys check in with us again.
Okay.
So what else is going on in the shop?
Yeah. Let's go take a look.
So this is Fred.
It's Fred.
You guys know Fred.
Hey, Fred.
So this has got a 2-inch suspension lift. So the rear is actually thing parts,
The monster beetle.
and then the front is Baja parts. And we had some warranty stuff. He got us 500 miles in.
Great.
We had a little bit of a gas leak, and it was just a seeping thing.
Yeah.
So there's a gasket that goes underneath here that somehow got pinched during install.
Okay.
So here's the gasket. So it got kind of chewed up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's an original gasket or what. It looks like it's been in there for a little while. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that.
Okay.
Nothing further on Mr. Cabral. Got a little bit of wiring left to do, but we're kind of short-staffed.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of the assembly, but you haven't seen, a lot of it you guys are not going to see on the, day-to-day stuff.
Right.
So I've got this is from Grumpy's Metals out of Texas.
Oh, nice.
And this is a 3-fold reproduction factory, and this is as close as I've found to an original. And they do some really quality work, and it's a full kit.
Yeah.
So we got the hole, got this, got all the straps. We don't have the top for it yet. We're still waiting on that from Spook. So
Great.
come on,
Okay.
Carol. Haven't touched this. Like I said, we've been kind of short-staffed. Mr. Gazzo, I know he's been following the build, and I know he watches the show, but as I told you last week, we're still waiting on the gauges, but at least we have confirmation we paid for them.
Nice. All right.
And I'm going to turn you over to Mr. Shannon here.
Hey, Shannon, what are you up to?
Well, right now I'm mocking up KC fog lights on the front of Mr. Howard here, and just kind of getting everything else lined up. We just got his turn signals installed, along with his headlights put back on it. Still got and straighten up wiring and everything.
It looks really cute.
Yeah, it's coming along.
I mean,
it is.
That's cute.
It is coming
It's
along.
got, like,
Yeah.
personality here.
Yeah, and then we still got to get his windshield put in.
Okay.
Pretty much just finalize it.
Yeah.
We've got his turn signals working now.
Okay.
We've got his new steering wheel somewhat mounted. We had to deal with turn signal switching on.
Oh,
but
yeah. All
He
right.
brought his own steering wheel, and it looks pretty good. We got dash all set up, and we still got to finish up wiring and all.
Okay.
Other than that, just pretty much finalizing it.
There we
You need to
go.
reclock the rear suspension.
Yes, and we got to reclock the rear suspension, bring it up a little bit because he does not like the camber.
Oh, yeah. Some people love that. Some people don't like that.
He don't like that. He wants it standing up straight. So we've got to
Okay.
reclock that a little
Let's see
bit.
if we can get how it looks right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little bit.
Working tail lights.
Ooh.
Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notify button.
All right.
All right.
That's coming along.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Very
and
good.
I know he's following us on it, so he should be very pleased.
Awesome. Great. Keep it up.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what these guys are doing. All right, fellas.
Hello.
Woo! Rusty, kind of the star of the show. What's going on with it now?
Daren got the window frame on the front welded in, if you want to look at that.
Okay.
You want to go around the other side. You got
Oh, yeah.
stuff piled over here. We got the door gap set on this, on these side cargo doors here, so we can fit our new
Oh, yeah.
catch up top here with the drip rail.
All right. And wow, yeah.
Yeah, Daren got all this welded on last week, and then
Oh, yeah.
he's connected all on the inside right now.
Mm-hmm.
Grinding and welding away.
Grinding and welding.
Next 2 days.
It's making good progress.
And he's got these permanently welded in.
Sweet.
And of course, you saw we took the roof off last week.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So,
Man, this is making good progress.
getting there.
All right. Well, keep it up. Say goodbye to the nice people.
Bye, nice people.